Hello students, hope you all are keeping well in your health and keeping well in pace with your studies. In the previous class, we learnt about speed and velocity and we learnt how they are different and in what conditions they have the same magnitude. I am repeating once again that speed and velocity will have same magnitude if there is an object which is moving in a straight line without changing its direction, because in such a case distance and displacement are also equal. So now in this class we will discuss about the different types of motion that we will be learning in class 9. Remembering that we will confine ourselves to motion in a straight line for a major part of the chapter, except for motion in a circular path, which will be the last section of the chapter. So the first type of motion is uniform motion. Uniform motion can also be in a concise form, it may also be known as motion with a constant velocity, because here the object covers equal distances in equal intervals of time in a straight line. So it means that the motion is in a straight line with a constant speed. It means that the velocity is also constant. So uniform motion is that in which speed and direction both remain same. Let us consider these examples. In this example, here I have stated the motion of three different objects, 1, 2 and 3. The first column is showing some time intervals. T equal to 0 means the time when the observation started. T equal to 5 means after 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds and 20 seconds. Let us look at the displacement of object number 1. When time was 0, that is when the observation just started, the object number 1 was at 5 meters from the observer or from the origin. Suppose this is the coordinate axis, this is our origin and this is 5 meters. So at t equal to 0, the object number 1 was here at this point. After 5 more seconds, the object moved to some position 10 and so on. Then after 5 more seconds 15 and so on. So here we see that in every 5 seconds the object is moving away from the origin by 5 meters and it is constant speed in a straight line. So the first object is executing uniform motion where the object is moving away from the origin. And when the object is moving away from the origin, its displacement is always positive and therefore the velocity is also positive. So for this condition I may also say that it is a condition of positive velocity. Coming to the next case, the second object at t equal to 0 is 25 meters away from the origin. After 5 seconds, it comes to point which is 20 meters away from the origin, and then continuously we can see that the object is coming close to the origin. The condition can be shown like this. This is the origin. Initially the object is at 25 meters, then it comes to some distance of 20, then 15, then 10, then 5 and then 0. In a way, we see that the object is moving towards left, which means that its displacement is negative and therefore its velocity is also negative. Another thing that we observe is that this object is also moving in a straight line covering equal distances in equal intervals of time. So this is another example of uniform motion but having a negative velocity. Considering the third case now, we see that at t equal to 0, the object is at 5 meters. At 5 seconds also it is at 5 and at all the times it is found at 5 meters away from the origin. Like this condition where this is the origin and suppose this distance is 5 meters. So the object continues to stay at 5 meter point whatever may be the lapse of time. So this is the condition representing an object at rest. So this is not motion but just to show you that what can be the different conditions given in different situations to judge that what type of motion is represented in the given data. So these are the examples showing uniform motion with positive velocity, with negative velocity, and object at rest. So we saw that when speed of a body remains constant in a straight line, then the motion is called uniform. But what if either the speed of the body changes or the path doesn't remain a straight line? In such a condition, the motion is known as non-uniform. I am repeating once again, in this chapter we will be confining ourselves to motion in a straight line. So we will not take the condition where the uniformity is arising due to change in direction of the body. We will keep the direction of the body in a straight line only, in a straight line path, but we will consider those cases where the speed is changing in its value. So whenever speed of a body changes, then we say that the motion is non-uniform. Other name for non-uniform motion is also known as accelerated motion. Now this accelerated motion can also be further classified as uniformly accelerated motion or non-uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated motion is that in which velocity of the body increases or decreases by equal amounts in equal intervals of time, and it has to be in a straight line. Then we say that the motion is uniformly accelerated. So what are the three conditions to remember? Velocity either increases or decreases by equal amounts, point number 1, in equal intervals of time, point number 2, and in a straight line. Then we say that the motion is uniformly accelerated. We will soon come to an example to give it a better understanding. An example for uniformly accelerated motion is acceleration due to gravity. Now what is acceleration due to gravity? We have seen that whenever we drop a body downwards, it is pulled by the gravity. What happens to its speed? Its motion takes place in a straight line path and its speed goes on increasing as it approaches in the downward direction. Going in upward direction, when you throw a body in upward direction, the path remains a straight line but its speed goes on decreasing. This increase or decrease in the speed is absolutely uniform when we talk about gravity, and that is why we say that acceleration due to gravity is an example of uniform acceleration. Another classification is non-uniformly accelerated motion. So let us see with the help of some examples that what are we talking about. So here in this example we will be considering 4 different objects whose time and velocity data are provided. Coming to object number 1, if we look at the velocity values of object number 1 at different times, we see that its velocity at t equal to 0 is 5, t equal to 5 seconds is 5, and at other times also it remains the same. It means that this is an example of uniform motion because the velocity is not changing with time. Let us see the second example. At different times, we see that the velocity is increasing by equal amounts. It is increasing from 5 to 10, then 10 to 15 and so on. So in every 5 seconds, the velocity is increasing by amount of 5 meter per second. So this is an example of uniformly accelerated motion where I have already told you that the motion is taking place in a straight line. So this is an example of uniformly accelerated motion where the velocity is increasing by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. The next example, we see that the velocity was initially 25 which changed to 20, 15, 10 and 5 in successive intervals of 5 seconds. It means that the decrease in velocity is also constant in equal intervals of time. So this is also an example of uniformly accelerated motion, and here since the velocity is decreasing, we may also more accurately call this motion as uniformly retarded motion. This is called retarding because the velocity is decreasing. So this is uniformly retarding motion. Why I am using the term retarding? Because the velocity is decreasing. I am repeating it once again so that the things consolidate in your minds. Looking at the last example, we see that in the first 5 seconds, the velocity is decreasing by 5 meter per second. Then in the next 5 seconds, the velocity is decreasing by 7 meter per second. Next 5 seconds, velocity decreases by 10 meter per second, and then 3 meter per second. So the velocity is not changing by equal amounts. So this is an example of non-uniformly accelerated motion or non-uniformly retarded motion. So we have seen that different type of motions can be there in our daily life. Coming to some real life situations, uniform motion can be assumed to be motion on a straight highway with a constant speed. Non-uniform motion can be considered to be a motion wherever you are going in a crowded place. So off and on you change your direction also, you change your speed also. Uniform acceleration is an example of fall or rise in the effect of gravity only. So these are some real life examples which you should look around you and find out. So using the terms uniformly accelerated or uniformly retarded is a qualitative idea और मोशन किस टाइप का है उसको हमने क्वालिटी ऑफ मोशन की टर्म्स में देखा. देन फिजिक्स में हमने बोला कि फिजिक्स इज ऑल अबाउट मेजरमेंट ऑफ फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज. So which physical quantity are we talking about in these cases? The physical quantity talked about in this case is known as acceleration. So what is acceleration? Acceleration is a physical quantity which comes into play whenever there is some change in the value of velocity. So how do we define acceleration? Acceleration is defined as the change in velocity per unit time, or how fast the velocity is changing. So velocity changes by some amount v minus u. V and u are the different values of velocity. V is known as the final velocity of our concern. U is known as the initial velocity of our concern. And t is the time interval which we are observing. Finding out this ratio, we find out how much is the acceleration produced in the motion. Looking at the formula once again, in the numerator we have the change in velocity, in the denominator we have time. If the change in velocity is very large and time interval is very small, then we say that the acceleration is very large. If some reasonable change is taking place in a very small time, then again the acceleration will be large. If the time interval is more, then the acceleration will be lesser. For example, suppose there are two cars A and B. The speed of car A changes from 0 to 40 in 5 seconds, whereas for car B, its speed changes from 0 to 40 in 2 seconds. So we see that change in velocity for both the cars is same, but in case of car A, the change is produced in greater time as compared to car B. So the acceleration produced in car B will be more as compared to acceleration in car A. Let us see with the help of some numerical that how do we find out this acceleration. But before proceeding, I'll just brief you about the SI unit of acceleration also. We measure the velocities in meter per second in SI system. So change in velocity will be measured in meter per second, and time is also measured in seconds. So when you find out this value, it comes out to be meter per second square, or you can write it as meter/second square. Let us see how to use the formula of acceleration in the examples that we have discussed before. Suppose I am considering the time interval between 5 seconds to 10 seconds. Let us find out the acceleration for first object. Using the formula A is equal to V minus U upon T, for the first object, the value of V मतलब फाइनल वेलोसिटी, हमने टाइम इंटरवल 5 to 10 लिया है, तो 10 जो है वो इनिशियल वैल्यू है, 5 इनिशियल वैल्यू है, 10 फाइनल वैल्यू है। तो फर्स्ट ऑब्जेक्ट के लिए इनिशियल वेलोसिटी हो गई 5, जो कि पहले टाइम इंटरवल टाइम पर है, और दूसरे टाइम पर भी वेलोसिटी 5 है, तो फाइनल वेलोसिटी इज 5 मीटर पर सेकेंड एंड इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इज ऑल्सो 5 मीटर पर सेकेंड एंड द टाइम इंटरवल इन दिस केस इज 5 seconds. Using the formula of acceleration we get v minus u upon t, v 5, u भी 5, दोनों वैल्यूज है मीटर पर सेकेंड में, टाइम की जगह पर हम 5 seconds डालेंगे, वी गेट 0 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर। यहाँ पर 0 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर एक्सेलरेशन आ रहा है, इसका मतलब मोशन यूनिफॉर्म है, नॉन एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन है। सेकेंड ऑब्जेक्ट के लिए देखते हैं। फॉर द सेकेंड ऑब्जेक्ट बाद वाली वैल्यू इज फाइनल वैल्यू, तो फाइनल वेलोसिटी इज 15, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इज 10 फॉर द सेकेंड ऑब्जेक्ट। सेकेंड केस में फाइनल वेलोसिटी इज 15 मीटर पर सेकेंड एंड इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इज 10 मीटर per second and the time interval is 5 seconds. So the acceleration in this case will be 15 minus 10, both the values in meter per second, and time is 5 seconds. So this is 5 meter per second upon 5 seconds, which is equal to 1 meter per second square. तो यहां पर हमारी एक्सेलरेशन आ रही है 1 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर। थर्ड ऑब्जेक्ट के लिए देखेंगे तो इनिशियल वैल्यू 20 है, फाइनल वैल्यू 15 है। यहां पर हम ध्यान से करेंगे, फाइनल वैल्यू इज 15 मीटर पर सेकेंड एंड द इनिशियल वैल्यू इज 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड एंड द टाइम इंटरवल इज 5 seconds. So finding out the acceleration, we get final value minus initial value of the velocities in meter per second upon time. This gives us minus 5 meter per second upon 5 seconds, which is equal to minus 1 meter per second square. Now what is this negative sign indicating? Negative sign means that the acceleration is, the velocity is decreasing, and decreasing velocity is also known as retardation. So retardation is taking place in this case. Coming to the fourth example. In fourth example, we have seen that the velocity is changing by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time. So to understand this thing, we will be taking 2 time intervals. Remaining time intervals, I advise you that you try out yourself. मैं 0 to 5 seconds और 5 to 10 seconds के टाइम इंटरवल में एक्सेलरेशन निकाल रही हूँ। यहाँ पर हम देखेंगे कि एक्सेलरेशन की वैल्यू सेम नहीं आएगी, एंड बाकी के टाइम इंटरवल्स में आप निकाल के देखिए कि कितनी वैल्यू आ रही है। सो लेट अस सी फॉर टाइम इंटरवल 0 to 5 seconds, टाइम इंटरवल को हम डेल्टा टी से रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। डेल्टा का मतलब होता है इंटरवल और चेंज इन टाइम बेसिकली। तो टाइम इंटरवल आई एम टेकिंग 0 to 5 seconds, तो इसका मतलब हमारा जो टाइम हुआ वो 5 seconds हुआ। इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इधर आ रही है हमारे पास में 25 मीटर पर सेकेंड। इसी इंटरवल में फाइनल वेलोसिटी इज 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड। सो द एक्सेलरेशन विल बी फाइनल वैल्यू minus initial value in meter per second upon 5 seconds. So this gives us 5 meter per second upon 5 second, which is equal to 1 meter per second square. तो पहले टाइम इंटरवल में इसकी एक्सेलरेशन भी सेकेंड केस जैसी आ रही है। तो यहाँ पर हमारे नेगेटिव साइन के साथ आ रहा है बिकॉज इट इज रिटार्डेशन टेकिंग प्लेस। नाउ लेट अस टेक अनदर टाइम इंटरवल डेल्टा टी फ्रॉम 5 seconds to 10 seconds. ये टाइम इंटरवल में भी हमारा कुल जो टोटल टाइम है दैट इज 5 seconds. इनिशियल वेलोसिटी इज 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड, फाइनल वेलोसिटी इज 13 मीटर पर सेकेंड. सो द एक्सेलरेशन विल बी फाइनल माइनस इनिशियल वेलोसिटी अपॉन टाइम, which is equal to minus 7 meter per second upon 5 seconds, which is equal to minus 1.4 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. तो यहाँ पे जो रिटार्डेशन है उसकी वैल्यू पहले वाले से ज्यादा आ रही है, और ऑब्वियसली आनी भी चाहिए क्योंकि यहाँ पर थोड़ा फास्टर चेंज इन वेलोसिटी आप देख सकते हैं. So where the velocity changes by lesser amount, the retardation has a lesser value. Where the velocity changes by greater amount, the retardation will be more.